Subconsciously, I always knew that there was a very strong part of me that is a people pleaser. And I think it comes from growing up with four siblings and wanting attention and being like, what about me? But what about me? I'm here. And even when I was given that attention, like wanting more, I think a lot of the things I've done, I've been a performer my whole life. I've been dancing on stages and putting on shows for people. I've been on camera even since I was 12 years old outside of dance, recording videos and sharing my life. And the gift of that has been, plentiful, but the opposite has been I've become, rather, I want to use my language really wisely. Up until this point, I was moving from this space of people pleasing as much as I could, anyone, anything, my parents, just everyone, and trying to be good enough for everyone and worthy of their love. And that left me feeling empty. Sometimes it would, feel good to please other people, but there's a difference between people pleasing and service and being of service to other people and supporting them. And so, yeah, all of that to say, I have now come to realize that I really want to please my parents and I really wanted to please them. I think in part because of how good it felt to receive love as a child when I would do things right, when I would get the good grades, or when I would, do really well dancing or whatever it was. And so there was a part of my brain that was just wired to want more of that. And then there came a point where when I started to disappoint them in these small ways of me, being different than what they wanted, or me choosing to do something that I wanted, even if it wasn't what they wanted, and having to like accept those little heartbreaks along the way of like, whoa, I'm not actually going to be who you guys want me to be. And that hurts even me to feel, but I am going to be who I need to be. And hopefully you choose to love me in that. And so the last 2 or 3 months, I've done some psychosomatic work with it. I've done myofascial release with it and just sat with it to be like, whoa, okay, I actually can voice this out loud now and recognize that I'm probably going to take some time to really work through all of this so that I can show up with the utmost love for myself first and foremost, and so that what I am able to share and hold in relationship with my parents is coming from the purest, most loving, most compassionate and respectful place for the both of us.
Clear, yes. And it's probably, thank you for sharing, first of all.
Yeah.
It's probably a big journey and such a core part of probably your driver, the way you see life, the way you act, and your purpose as well.
Totally. I think it's going to make me a better coach. It's going to make me a
Yeah.
better yoga therapist. It's going to make me a better human to
Mm-hmm.
just really now dive deeper into what has come up and out for me, and understanding that that part of me that just wanted to be loved and seen and held in those ways. I was very loved and seen and held as a kid. And there's of course things that happen in life, whether it's with your parents or school or whatever, that lead you to be certain ways and to protect yourself and to protect your heart. And it's like it's just a safety mechanism of your nervous system in the most simple terms, and understanding that and having the knowledge to be able to guide myself and to seek out the mentorship and the help and the support that I need is incredible, because I'm very resourced in that. So it will be a journey for sure. And I think this is just like the beginning right now. And I'm actually really excited because it's like, wow, I understand why I felt all those things and why I was moving in all those ways. And I'm not going to look at that version of myself or those versions of myself and shame them or, hold any sort of regret towards them, but rather thank them for showing up with the information and the data that they had to take care of me and protect me. And now I can move differently. And that
Yes.
is liberating.
It's super liberating because you can understand, am I making this decision because I really want, or is because to some degree I'm subconsciously I want to please that audience.
Yeah.
And I think the second one would be very dangerous if you have a career like you do.
Right.
And that includes an audience whether you're
Totally.
coaching clients or you're supporting other clients or you have some kind of public image like you do with social media.
Yeah.
If you're people pleasing, you're subjecting yourself to the will or subconsciously choosing to prioritize other people's needs
Right.
compared to yours.
And that actually, social media has been really helpful in that, surprisingly, because I just said F it one day and I just started posting like what I wanted to instead of posting what I used to try to post what everyone else I thought everyone else wanted to see and hear and whatnot. And then I thought back to my younger self who was like 13 or 14 years old, posting YouTube videos of me like crying and moving through things, and even versions after who were, me in college, just sitting in my dorm room talking about how I was going through struggles and, sharing those vulnerable parts of myself with so much like detachment. I was like, I'm just going to post this. And I didn't think about it. And then I started to think about it as I got older, and on Instagram especially, I was just trying to like present myself in a certain way. And then when I started Growth of Mind, it was like a fresh start. And so everything I was posting was like, what do I want to post? Okay, I'm learning pranayama techniques. I'm going to post some pranayama. Okay, I want to post a video of me crying and then a video of me dancing. Okay, I'm going to post that. Like, it was just exactly what I felt inspired by, because then when I watch the video back, if I'm feeling, then that's all that matters. Like, if I'm feeling deeply within me, and whether that's inspiration or sadness or whatever, like, it's making me emote by watching what I created.
Yes.
That to me is exactly why I'm doing it. So it's like my own, I guess, healing in a way, or my own experiencing of the things that I'm sharing. And it's just coming through this straight channel versus like me, look at me, follow me.
Yeah.
I was just like, I couldn't do that anymore. And it wasn't even working. And
Yes.
then it started working because I stopped trying so hard,
Yes.
which is wild.
It is wild. It does make sense though, because if you think about it, exactly what you said, like you're moving from thinking what you think people would want to see, which is
Yeah.
like they kind of like you're staging something,
Yeah.
you're polishing a version of yourself to present it in a likable way to everybody,
Yeah.
to you now are doing something for an audience of one, which is yourself.
Yeah.
And because you're feeling some emotion, so whatever gets there is something that emotes you in a way that makes you feel something. Highest chances that someone else will feel something.